Oh, you're gonna want to drink this.
This isn't on the list.
Oh.
No, it's just a bonus. Peppermint hot chocolate.
Yum. We're back with another top 10 video. I'm Brian.
And I'm Catherine.
Oh, we mixed it up.
I know, that was good.
Wow.
We're listing 10 of our favorite vegan holiday recipes, and you know that we always sneak some extras into these lists. So hit that subscribe button and get ready to add to your must-make list. Number 1 is vegan eggs Benedict.
Yes, with a vegan hollandaise sauce. Oh, so good.
And eggs Benedict is a Christmas tradition in Brian's family. So it took me a while to figure out how to make this recipe in a way that I was really happy with, but this one has even got the Kowalski House approval.
Yes, my dad always makes eggs Benedict Christmas morning, and he loved Catherine's tofu eggs Benedict, vegan eggs Benedict, when they came out and visited us. So much so he even filmed it.
Yeah, he did. It's pretty dramatic when you pour the hollandaise sauce over it. It looks really nice.
Yellow color, it pops. I love breakfast.
This is a good way to start. The key to this recipe for me was using medium firm tofu because it mimics an egg way better than firm tofu. So once I started experimenting with that, then this recipe took off in the right direction. And the smoky tempeh bacon underneath is so flavorful and savory. And then that vegan hollandaise sauce, which is really easy to make ahead, and then just heat it up on the day of. And even the eggs and the tempeh bacon can be marinated overnight. Yes. Everything's vegan. We'll just say that right now.
Winky fingers. Eggs.
Eggs, bacon. But the vegan eggs, the tempeh bacon, can be marinated overnight. So in the morning, there's not even that much that you have to do on the day when you really just want to have a nice breakfast.
But I think it'd be a great one around the holidays. It's special.
Actually, another great breakfast one that the Kowalskis have adopted is the vegan French toast. And that was part of our 12 days of Christmas way back when. And we just released a whole compilation of those older recipes that you can watch all in one go. So check that one out for sure.
Again, tofu is used in that French toast casserole.
And the third one, actually, it's also in that 12 Days of Christmas, is the vegan quiche. And that's tofu too. And that's also a great brunch breakfast.
Number 2 on this list is, I actually have no idea because it's a busy time of the year and I don't even know what it is. So
I've been writing the scripts. Number 2 is the Flaky vegan biscuits.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about these. These are great.
These are delicious. And we don't make these all the time, but if there's any time of the year to have some delicious flaky biscuits, then it's around the holidays.
Yeah, nothing says Christmas like good buns.
Yeah, and you can just open them up. There's so many layers.
I love when Catherine gets talking about bread, just so much emotion and it's poetry.
You crossed your arms, I'll cross my arms. They're flavored with garlic, onion, and chives, but really you can flavor them however you'd like. And I had experimented a lot with this recipe, and it just wasn't working out the way that I wanted. The biscuits weren't fluffy enough. And then I finally figured out what I was doing wrong. And so if you watch that full-length video, and if you read the recipe card on the blog, everything's detailed there. I give you some tips for how I learned to fold and prepare the dough in order to maximize the flakiness. Now you're already hungry. We're only on number 2.
Recipe number 3 is?
The Hasselback butternut squash tray bake. And this is another one that has been adopted by our families and tends to show up for the holidays.
Yeah.
The Hasselback method of slicing the butternut squash is something that doesn't take that much extra time, and it really makes the squash look so much prettier and just a little more festive.
It's got a great centerpiece appeal. You can put it down on the table and everybody can kind of help themselves, family style.
And there's a miso maple butter glaze on the squash, which makes it just like a little sweet. And our families tend to make it kind of as the vegetable side dish. And I have instructions for how to add roasted beets, Brussels sprouts, and parsnip to it. But really you could roast whatever vegetables you'd like.
And don't you serve it with some lentils as well? Festive lentils?
So in the video that we have for this, I served it with the sauteed beet greens and some festive flavored lentils. And lentils are another great side dish that I think we can often forget about. They're just a humble lentil, but I flavor them with some cloves and star anise, and it imbues them with enough flavor that they're great on their own and provide a sizable amount of protein.
You say imbue?
I did.
Imbue them? Fancy. If you're not imbuing your lentils with flavor.
What are you doing? Number 4 is the one that you did peek at the list and you were like, this has to be on it. You need to bump something and put this on the list. You don't even remember? You made me rewrite the script.
I'm sure it'll come to me when you say it.
The spinach artichoke dip.
Oh, yeah. It's not a holiday party without a good dip.
You know, a warm dip.
Put your veggies in there, put some good crackers in there, which we have a seed cracker, which would go really well with this. But
Yeah.
spinach artichoke dip. I forgot. It is good. I just momentarily, there's so many recipes.
I know, but you were very adamant that that had to be on the list.
I love that dip.
So this warm spinach artichoke dip is made creamy with white beans. It's a combination of cashews and white beans that makes the creamy sauce. And when we made our full-length video for this one, we gave you the option to choose between the 2 spinach artichoke dips that we have on our blog. And one is made with all cashews and it's very rich and delicious. And the second one is a little bit lighter because the cashews are split in half with some white beans. And you chose the lighter version. So you can watch that full-length video to see the differences between the two and all of my tips and tricks for making this. It's another great one for the holidays because you can prepare it in 30 minutes and you can make it ahead of time and then just put it in the oven to warm it up just before you serve it.
I wonder if any of our families will watch these videos and make these recipes for us when we come visit.
We really like the warm spinach
I'm
dip.
giving you ideas. Here's a video of all the things I want to see when I come home at Christmas, Mom. So come on.
They always make so much for us.
Recipe number 5.
Whole roasted cauliflower.
Ooh, another great one to just plop down on the table and you serve whole turkeys like that. Why wouldn't you serve a whole cauliflower?
Well, that was our comment recently where they were like, love that you just serve it like that, like you would a turkey. It's not the most practical, but it looks beautiful.
Turkeys aren't practical either. You gotta wake up at 4 a.m. to put it in the oven.
Yeah, I feel like the like showstopper dish at these holiday gatherings is sort of like a birthday cake. You like bring it out and present it and then you take it away and you cut it properly.
And we haven't had this one in a while either, but it's a great one.
So it's garnished with sage and pistachios and pomegranate. It's on a bed of pumpkin hummus with popped quinoa. And then there's a roasted garlic cashew cream that goes on top. It's delicious. And so you can make all of those garnishes in advance, really. The hummus, you can pop quinoa in 30 seconds. You can make the cashew cream in advance. Then you just have to roast the cauliflower for about 45 minutes and put it all together. You could serve it all as one beautiful turkey-ish main cauliflower, or you could plate individual kind of cauliflower steaks and make them look really beautiful. So you could serve it as a main dish like that, or if you did those, if you were kind of wanting to really impress people and do a starter that was really pretty, then you could have little plates of that with individual cauliflower steaks as a starter.
Here I am thinking, soups would make for good starters.
Change it up.
What number are these energy balls?
These aren't on the list either.
What?
But we're going to have a video for these. You haven't had them in a while. How are they? Gingerbread energy balls.
Tastes like Christmas.
I love baking. I love the idea of baking Christmas cookies, but I'm not the best baker. So the reality of baking gingerbread cookies is a little more stressful than making some gingerbread energy balls. So
Stay tuned for those.
number 6.
Number 6. Again, don't know what it is.
It's not the most festive dish. It might not be what you think about when you think of holiday meals, but it's a lasagna. Ooh. I don't know about you, but in both of our families, things like lasagna tend to show up for big family gatherings when you just need to feed a lot of people and you need these convenient meals that are kind of crowd pleasers.
I feel like the first couple of years we were vegan, veggie lasagnas made an appearance quite a bit.
Yeah, there'd be like a regular lasagna and a veggie lasagna.
But this lasagna is, whoa. This one is, and people have made it, and it's awesome.
Well, it took me a long time I feel like that's a running theme. It takes me a long time to recipe develop.
It's because you care, you don't want to just rush something out there.
And this one's freezer friendly, so again, it's a great one to make in advance. And the lentil meat sauce is super savory and delicious. And the cheese is a tofu cheese sauce, which you just blend really quickly and you pour on top. It's super easy. There's one other lentil recipe that is another one that tends to show up at the holidays, and we actually had it as part of our top 10 vegan recipes chosen by you because so many of you love it, and it's the lentil shepherd's pie.
So good. And we've had people make that time and time again and tell us about it. We've had friends make it, family make it, complete strangers make it. Everybody loves it.
So if you're looking for sort of those crowd pleaser recipes that will feed a crowd, then check out both of those.
All right, coming down the home stretch, recipe number 8. 807.
I think we're on 7.
Recipe number 7.
After all of the eating we do around the holidays and all of the cooking, you're often left with a lot of leftovers. So number 7 is the holiday leftover roasted vegetable salad. And there just comes a time when you really can't eat your leftovers the same way that you had them when they were fresh. So just cut up all of those roasted veggies, toss them with a hearty green like kale, and toss them with roasted nuts that you have on hand. And you can stir up my really quick lemon tahini dressing. And even, I know it might be a little out of the box, but you can even put your leftover cranberry sauce as a dressing onto a salad.
No waste, you just so that food in your fridge doesn't go to waste. Chop it up, throw it in a big salad, and you kind of reinvent it.
Yeah, if you have some hummus, like that pumpkin hummus from the cauliflower,
Yep.
then put a scoop of that on there.
You could throw some popped quinoa from the roasted
There you
cauliflower
go.
on there as well. Roasted beets.
It'll be like you went to a fancy vegan restaurant and got like a big, beautiful salad, but it's just all your leftovers.
Yeah, exactly.
We actually don't have a full-length video for this recipe, but we have one other kind of leftover usage video, and that's the squash sandwich.
Yes.
With like a stringy cashew cheese you could make. And this
Cashew
is
mozzarella.
Yeah.
Cashew mozzarella, and I think you dip the squash slices in peppercorn.
Yeah, I kind of roll the edges in some peppercorns.
It's sort of like we always had leftover hot turkey sandwiches to get rid of our leftovers. So we'd have like whole wheat bread, and then it would be like turkey slices, and we just pour gravy over it, and it works, right? So this is
I'd
kind of
have
like
them
that.
like in my school lunches. It would be like turkey, cranberry sauce, and like
Nice.
probably some mashed potatoes in there.
This is just like an epic sort of grilled veggie leftover grilled cheese.
Yeah, you can make, I think it's in 15 minutes that cashew mozzarella is done. And then you can put those roasted vegetables that you have left over, your cranberry sauce that you have left over. You could caramelize onions if you'd like to make it a little fancier. But just reimagine what you have on hand and make something that feels new. We should make some grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese works always. There's never a bad time for grilled cheese.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Yeah.
We're back on track.
Okay. Number 8, we're into desserts. And we are into my favorite kind of dessert, which is chocolate and no baking required. And these are the chocolate-covered peanut butter dates.
Oh, yeah.
Just a moment of
Just a moment.
reflection for
Yeah, let me
how
just-
delicious these caramelly,
feel like
decadent morsels are.
Whenever we eat these with family or friends, it's always very quiet.
So-
Everyone's just sitting with their thoughts, having a chocolate-covered date.
We honestly make them all year long because they're so delicious, but they're great to have around at the holidays when you just want something that feels really special and chocolatey. These chocolate-covered dates are really easy to make. They're big, juicy, medjool dates, and you just take the pit out, you fill that cavity with peanut butter, freeze them for a few minutes, and then dunk them in chocolate. And while the chocolate's still warm, then you can sprinkle on any toppings you want. So any fun sprinkles you have around at the holidays, toasted coconut, crushed pretzels, whatever you want.
Peppermint, you could smash up some candy canes, sprinkle them on there.
Well, I was thinking of with peppermint, we have 2 other no-bake chocolate treats that we always make around the holidays.
Yes.
And those are the peppermint patties that are made from coconut and maple syrup instead of just sugar for the creamy filling. And those are really delicious. And our chocolate turtles, which are, again, dates and pecans.
And those are both featured in our 12 Days of Vegan Christmas recipes, which we put out last week. We'll link to that below. Check that one out next.
Number 9, we're taking the chocolate and the no-bake up a notch with this.
Sorry.
You should have had a cinnamon. I don't know if you've had one of the ones that are like rolled in extra cinnamon.
I'll have another one.
Okay. We're taking the chocolate and the no-bake dessert up a notch and making this sinfully decadent chocolate almond tart. He likes it. That's what that means. It is so amazingly simple to make, and it's delicious.
We took this over to a friend's house for dinner for a little party, and they said we should sell it.
Yeah.
That's how good. Our friend took pictures of it. She sent those pictures to her parents. She was like, look at
It looks beautiful, and all you have to do is make the crust, which is oats, nuts, dates, some applesauce, and nut butter, and you just grind that up in a food processor, press it into a tart pan, and then for the filling, you just melt chocolate chips into some coconut milk, and that makes a thick ganache, and you put it in the fridge, and you let it set, and then you eat it. And that's all. And
like
it
that
doesn't
last
even
part.
set for like 24 hours. It sets for 2 hours and then it's ready to go.
So it's also a good emergency dessert if you've got
Yeah.
people coming over and you didn't know, and you can whip it together. But that's another one too. You could top it with some crushed up candy canes or whatever nuts or festive things you have on hand.
And the almond butter that's in the base of it, you could use whatever other nut butter if you wanted to do hazelnuts and have some like toasted hazelnuts on top for the holidays. You can make it your own.
And I think it's a fun one at the holidays to sort of, it's different from pie, gets you away from pastries, and so it's a different kind of dessert.
And it's really decadent, so it can also serve quite a few people because all you need is a pretty thin slice.
Well, I mean, you could eat more.
You could, and you could serve it with ice cream or something too to make it even more.
That's a good idea.
It is.
Man.
Maybe I'll bring my Tart pan home for Christmas.
The last one, number 10.
Number 10 is a holiday drink. You can ring in the new year with some pomegranate rum punch.
Yeah, we're not big drinkers, but every once in a while it's fun to indulge, and this is a fun one, and one of our kookier videos too.
It is a little kooky video.
I think it would be a great one for New Year's. It's a great one to, again, when you get a lot of people over and there's different drinks, I think.
Yeah, it's a little different. So
Yeah.
it's pomegranate juice, orange, and cranberry juice.
Which is fine on its own. You don't even need a rum.
Yeah, with some white rum and carbonated water, and then you can garnish it with some rosemary and some cinnamon, some dried fruit slices on the top. And you could actually make it with sparkling wine or champagne as well, and then that will add the bubbles. So you could take out the rum and the carbonated water and just make it really champagne-y for New Year's.
It's a great party drink, which I think is where the video came from. I don't know where that idea came from. It was the pandemic. We weren't getting outside much. Ideas sort of.
Was it Halloween? Oh, it was Halloween because you can use blood orange
That's what it was.
juice. That was our thinking with that. We were a little creatively starved during the pandemic. It was fun. Check it out. But you could, of course, make any of our alcoholic holiday drinks non-alcoholic.
Yes.
And in our 12 Days of Vegan Christmas, we showcase 2 of our favorite holiday drinks, which are mulled wine and wassail, which is an apple cider based boozy punch. And again, you can make it non-alcoholic. And if you're not sure what a wassail is, then you'll have to watch that video.
That's it. I think that's everything. So I'm going to try a cinnamon one. Oh, yeah.
Do you like it better with a cinnamon coating?
Yeah, a little dusting of cinnamon makes it very festive. I can hear little jingle bells.
Thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments what you're going to be making this holiday season. All of the recipes are linked below for you. Find the full-length videos so you can see what those are all about.
And we've got new videos and new recipes coming out.
We're not done yet. We'll show you how to make these gingerbread energy balls. We'll show you how to make a hot chocolate that you don't need a mix for. And
We've got some vegan
Stuff.
cheeses.
Oh, yeah.
For vegan charcuterie boards.
vegan cheeses. Cheeses? Cheese? Cheeses? We'll have some more holiday themed recipes coming your way. Some vegan cheese to have on pretty charcuterie boards.
We'll show you how to make a whole food vegan charcuterie board. So stick with us. We got even more
Stuffed pasta shells. We haven't done that yet, right?
My goodness.
Turn on those notifications, hit subscribe, and thanks for hanging out with us. There's more to come. We'll see you in the next one.